gentlemen, and welcome to this episode of Mr. Main Event Stars. I'm your host, Mr. Main Event Brian Waters, and on today's show, we're going to talk the Survivor Series aftermath. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. CM Punk is your 8th longest reigning WWE Champion. He's surpassed the likes of Kevin Nash, Bret Hart, and one of Hulk Hogan's title reigns. And for borrowing a miracle, CM Punk will look to climb to the rank of number 6 because he's on pace to surpass John Cena, who was champion for 380 days. But let's take a look at CM Punk's title reign, ladies and gentlemen. We had 3 people, and I named this in the article. Check it out on ProWrestlingPowerhouse.com. 3 people who I thought that could defeat Punk for the title, and that was simply Chris Jericho, Daniel Bryan, and John Cena. But Punk overcame all of those odds and found his way champion for well over a year. But then we look at the Survivor Series, and you remember during the post-celebration, the celebration that he had held the title for over a year, and Paul Heyman put together a special party for him, as you see on your screen. We see that CM Punk, he's just talking about how he did it single-handedly. He beat Ryback and John Cena by himself. Well, do you say he's beating him by himself? Take a look at this.
Oh my God. What in the world? What is this? Who the? What the? What is this? These 3 guys just came rushing through the crowd. They attacked Ryback.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but when you see 3 guys come out of nowhere and they take the guy who's been dominating the match out of the match, I don't say that's defeating 2 people single-handedly. But then you know what? We have all these people saying, who are these guys? Ladies and gentlemen, NXT, it's the developmental territory, but it's where you're going to get your wrestling. You have a lot of people out there complaining that there's not enough wrestling in the WWE. For those who do not know, let me let you in a little secret. The WWE used to stand for World Wrestling Entertainment. But one thing that still exists, it's an entertainment company. They have wrestling at NXT, you know. So we see these guys, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns. These are guys who are hungry, ladies and gentlemen. And when you're hungry like that, what do? You take out one of the bigger guys. They're taking out Ryback. Yeah, they could have took out John Cena. Yeah, they could have took out CM Punk. But right now, their focus is on Ryback. Maybe they feel that they can wrestle better than Ryback, and they should be in that light. This is going to get real interesting, folks, and I invite each and every one of you to join the Wrestling Realm group page on Facebook as we discuss it. Shouts out to Travis Richard, who keeps us in line as far as our NXT updates. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there's a man out there who Mr. Main Event said he wasn't ready. Yeah, take a look. You see this guy? I said, he's not ready to be world champion. Yeah, the fans love him, but if he wins the belt, they're just going to turn their back on him. You know, we're going to give him the title, and then where does he go from here? But you know, now I see what he can do. Let's take a look at this exchange between him and AJ, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look. Dolph Ziggler and AJ last Monday night.
I know that you
Save it, AJ! Girls like you are a dime a dozen. You came from nothing, and you are nothing. See, you've been so alone here.
Any man out there who has a soft heart for females would absolutely hate Dolph Ziggler right there. And that's something as a heel that his job is to do, is that make you hate him. And right there is what made me realize Dolph Ziggler is climbing up. But then, where he definitely put me in the position to say, yes, he is ready. You know, not right here when he wins his match at the Survivor Series, but let's see this exchange between him and John Cena. What you see is Dolph Ziggler, an aggressive Dolph Ziggler who's hungry. And what better way when you're hungry than to take out the top guy? Ladies and gentlemen, here on Mr. Main Event Thoughts, as I've said on the Dungeon edition of the Wrestling Realm, Dolph Ziggler is ready to be the World Heavyweight Champion, and he's ready to hold that title for a very long time, ladies and gentlemen. And I promise you, I would not be disappointed if Ziggler was to hold the title for a year. The question is, when? There are rumors that it will be Dolph Ziggler and John Cena at TLC. What kind of match? That's what I said. Is he going to put his briefcase on the line? Been there, done that. So we'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check out the Wrestle Realm Dungeon Edition. You know, we all love that also great Attitude Era. For many of you, that's when you got into wrestling. Me, I was a fan of it before that. I'm going to tell you now, you watch this DVD, I'm going to warn you, it may get you a little upset. Why? Because you're going to wish things were that way today. Me, on the other hand, I'm going to tell you why it's not, ladies and gentlemen. There's not a lot of superstars who can give you that same edginess. You know, you might have 2 or 3, but in the Attitude Era, everybody brought it. Ladies and gentlemen, I recommend you come out and pick out that DVD. Check it out. Tune into the Wrestling Realm. My boy Stu Akers, my girl Shannon, she got it. Stu got it. We've been talking about it. You know, I know the real Dwayne Allen, Cameron G, they're going to get it. Travis, I know you asked, should you get it? I'm telling you, check it out. My boy, the big ticket, Jason Bradley, he's going to get it. Ladies and gentlemen, this DVD, as they say, used to say, is the hotness. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check out the Dungeon Edition of the Wrestling Realm, brought to you by the brains of the operation, Cameron G, and yours truly, Mr. Main Event Brian Waters. Because guess what? This week, we didn't finish. This week, we're going to do our top 10 most prominent players during the Attitude Era. I promise you will not want to miss that. Last week, Cameron G said he felt the Headbangers belong in the top 20. I didn't. You know, he also said somebody like Goldust. I agree with him on that one. You know, we talked about the Divas. He said Chyna. He said Sunny. I say Sable. I also say Trish Stratus. He doesn't like Trish Stratus. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We have a lot of fun on the Wrestling Realm Dungeon Edition. And this week, we will also. For those of you out there, ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there, you celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. And I just want to go on record and say I am thankful for each and every one of you who support the Wrestling Realm. Even the ones who hate on the Wrestling Realm, who hate on Mr. Main Event Stars. I know it's not many out there, but there's some. So I'm thankful for each and every one of you for taking the time out to tune in to this show. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I am Mr. Main Event Brian Waters. See you Monday on the Dungeon Edition.